Elon Musk says, "I am begging you to open this now. Something shocking will happen in your house tonight." What you are about to hear is not just another story, not just another collection of words meant to stir your emotions. This is a divine call meant to reach your heart in this very moment, because time is not waiting, and heaven is already moving. The words you are hearing right now carry an urgency that your soul cannot ignore. Right now, the Spirit of God is drawing close to you, and something sacred is about to take place in your life. Stay with this till the end, because within these words is something that may change the atmosphere of your home, your spirit, and the direction of your life. If your heart is open and your spirit is listening, comment Amen. Let this be your first act of faith as heaven watches over you. Elon Musk's words, "I am begging you to open this now," may sound like the voice of someone desperate to share a truth the world is not ready to face. But deeper than that, it mirrors a cry from the heavens. God is pleading with His children to open their hearts, open their eyes, open the door of their homes to something bigger than what the physical eyes can see. And when He says, "Something shocking will happen in your house tonight," that is not just a warning, it is a divine announcement. God is about to enter the space where you live, breathe, cry, laugh, and hope. Something from heaven is coming close. You may not feel ready. You may be standing in a place of pain, surrounded by silence, confusion, or loss. But listen closely, God often speaks loudest in our silence, and when the world gets still, heaven starts moving. What is coming is not meant to destroy you. What is about to enter your house is not something to fear but to prepare for, because when God comes into a place, everything changes. God is not confined to churches or temples. He is not locked behind religious rituals or complicated prayers. He is the God who enters homes, the God who visits families in their most broken moments, the God who walks through closed doors just to remind you that He has not forgotten. And if something shocking is coming tonight, it may just be the sound of chains breaking, of fear crumbling, of old sorrow leaving your home once and for all. Some of you have cried in silence, asking if God even sees you. You've looked around your house and felt the emptiness, the burden, the heaviness that no one else understands. But God has seen it all. He has watched over your home while you slept. He has heard your whispered prayers in the middle of the night. And now, He is preparing to move, not in thunder or lightning, but in peace that surpasses all understanding. The kind of peace that doesn't knock before entering, it just fills every room with light. If you believe this is for you, please like this video, not for numbers or attention, but as a silent yes to heaven, as an agreement in faith that you are ready for what God is about to do. Right now, your house is not just a structure of walls and windows. It is holy ground. Your living room, your kitchen, your bedroom, all of it is being watched by angels who stand ready to act the moment God gives the word. Your home, no matter how broken or dark it feels, is not forsaken. God is not coming to judge it. He is coming to heal it. He is not arriving with anger. He is entering with love, protection, and a covering that no evil can stand against. Tonight may not look different to your physical eyes. The same walls, the same routine, the same silence. But in the spiritual realm, tonight is a doorway. Something eternal is pressing against the edges of your reality, waiting to enter. And when it does, you will know it, not by a sound, but by the peace that wraps around your soul like warm arms. You will feel a weight lift, like something heavy has been removed. That is God. That is what He does. There is no limit to what God can shift in a moment. Healing that seemed impossible, a phone call that brings restoration, a breakthrough in finances, a sudden deep rest for the weary soul. Do not underestimate what can happen in one night when God is present in your house. You are not just hoping anymore. You are being visited. Comment 1111 if you believe this is not just for someone else but for you and your house. The enemy has tried to fill your home with confusion. He has tried to sow division, whisper lies in the dark corners, plant fear through the noise of the world. But tonight, God is drawing a line. What was allowed to enter before is being driven out. The atmosphere is shifting. Heaven is reclaiming your space. You are not helpless. You are not forgotten. You are covered. And your home is about to be the place where testimonies are born. This is why it matters to listen till the end. Not just to be moved, but to be marked. This message is not just emotional words. It is a preparation. Heaven is knocking. And your house is about to host a miracle. Every tear you've shed has been caught by God. Every sigh you've breathed has been heard. And now, the reply is coming. It may come in a dream, in a sudden idea, in a moment of peace where there was only fear. But it is coming. And when it does, you will know without question that it was God who walked into your home. You may have thought no one sees your struggle. You may have been holding on by a thread. But God sees. And what is coming will not just shock your surroundings. It will comfort your soul. What if just 7 seconds could flip your entire financial life? A shocking CIA leak has revealed a powerful brain ritual that's helping ordinary people wipe out debt and attract wealth beyond imagination. Backed by 4 cutting-edge neuroscience labs, this at-home breakthrough is turning everyday lives into dreams, luxury cars, beautiful homes, endless vacations. But this secret may vanish soon. Click the link in the description and comments now before it's deleted forever. This is not your imagination. What you feel right now is the weight of divine presence moving closer. Something sacred is drawing near, not because you deserve it, not because you earned it, but because God has chosen your house for visitation. You didn't expect it. You may feel unprepared. But heaven does not wait for perfection. God comes where He is needed, not just where He is invited with words, but where He sees a heart quietly crying for help. Many have missed moments like this because they dismissed the whisper. They thought the nudge was a passing feeling, not realizing it was God beginning something eternal in the unseen. You are not watching this by chance. You are not reading this because it found you randomly. This is an appointment made by heaven before this day ever arrived. You are standing at the edge of a shift, and tonight, something that eyes cannot yet see will be set into motion in your home. If your heart agrees, comment 222 to declare your trust right now. What does it mean when God chooses your house for something shocking to happen? It means something beyond your effort is about to change the atmosphere. It means the weight of prayers, even the ones spoken through tears and silence, have reached God's throne. And now, the answer is no longer just coming, it's stepping into the room. Your house has been watched by angels. Every corner of it, every door, every room where pain and hope have both lived, is now under divine attention. There is nothing accidental about this moment. You could have been anywhere. But your spirit was pulled here, not by content, not by interest, but by divine urgency. God is breaking through the fog of delay and disappointment to tell you, tonight is not like any other night. The spiritual realm is awake over your home. Not to harm you. Not to test you. But to reveal to you how deeply you are loved, protected, and seen. Many people think of God as far away, as someone who only shows up when you are in a church building or praying loud enough. But He is closer than your breath. He sits with you in your silence. He walks through your home when you feel most alone. He knows the bills on the table, the arguments that left wounds, the empty room that reminds you of what's missing. He sees it all. And He comes, not with blame, but with healing. Not with judgment, but with mercy. Not with anger, but with warmth that melts the coldest night. Something shocking will happen in your house tonight. Not shocking in fear. Shocking in peace. Shocking in how fast things can turn. Shocking in how pain suddenly begins to lose its voice. Shocking in how hope will return without needing an explanation. God does not need your situation to make sense before He changes it. He just needs your heart to stay open, even if it's trembling. This moment is the beginning of something you may not understand now, but you will feel the difference. Something spiritual is shifting. The air in your home is being cleared. Every dark thing that tried to cling to your family, your mind, your nights, it is being pushed back. Not by your strength, but by the hand of the Almighty. He fights for you. He shields you. His presence does not come to visit and leave. It comes to remain. You may have heard people say God's timing is perfect. Tonight, you are not hearing it, you are experiencing it. His timing is not delayed. His movement is never rushed. When God moves, He moves with purpose, and what He touches never remains the same. Your house may have held sorrow, but after tonight, it will carry peace. It may have echoed with arguments, but after tonight, it will hold stillness. It may have been a place of weariness, but after tonight, it will be a place of restoration. The Lord is stepping into your space. The same God who entered the homes of broken people in the Bible, the homes of the sick, the grieving, the forgotten, is entering yours. Not with demands, but with comfort. Not with pressure, but with a promise. And that promise is this: you will not remain as you are. Your home will not remain as it has been. God is here, and when He is here, nothing stays the same. You do not have to figure out how it will happen. You do not need to solve it with your mind. Just be still. Let Him work. Let Him speak into the silence. Let Him remind you of who you are, not forgotten, not invisible, not abandoned. You are chosen. You are seen. You are loved more than you have ever imagined. And now, your home has become the place where heaven is touching earth. Stay in this moment. Let these words fall into the cracks of your doubt. Let them fill the places where you stopped hoping. Do not rush away. Do not turn this off as if it is just another message. This is not content. This is a divine encounter. You are not reading someone's opinion. You are standing in a moment where God is speaking into your home, your life, your very soul. This is not the end of your story. This is not the peak of your pain. This is not the day things fall apart. This is the night things begin to fall into place. Not perfectly, not instantly, but divinely. In a way that only God can do. And what He is doing tonight will not just affect you, it will ripple through your family, your children, your future. Could this hidden CIA brain ritual be the real reason people are suddenly rich? A secret CIA discovery has just leaked, revealing a brain hack that's pulling wealth into people's lives effortlessly. It only takes 7 seconds, it's done at home, and it's backed by 4 neuroscience labs. Debt is vanishing, luxury is becoming normal. If you're seeing this, you're very lucky, the page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. Right now, your house has become a place of divine visitation. You may not hear a sound, but the shift is happening. Heaven is moving within your walls, because when God decides to enter a home, He does not come silently, He comes with purpose, and His purpose is always healing, restoration, peace, and new beginnings. Some of you have been crying out for change without knowing what exactly you were asking for. You felt it in your soul, a longing for something beyond the routine, something bigger than your problems, stronger than your fears. That longing was planted by God Himself. It was His way of preparing you for what He's doing right now. You are not just being comforted with words. You are being drawn into a holy moment that carries weight in the spiritual realm. If this stirs your heart and you can feel the presence of God even now, comment 333 to declare your faith. This night carries the fingerprints of God. The kind of night when what was heavy suddenly begins to lift. The kind of night where breakthrough does not wait until morning. There is a reason you're still here, still holding on, still hoping even if it hurts. The enemy tried to convince you that your home was cursed, that nothing good could come from the brokenness, but he is a liar. God is in the process of rewriting the story of your house, and no darkness can erase what God is about to establish within your walls. It may not feel like a miracle is unfolding. You might still hear the echo of pain or carry the weight of disappointment. But miracles rarely announce themselves with noise. They slip into the room with quiet authority. They settle in the spirit before they show up in the physical. And what God has already begun in the unseen will soon reveal itself in ways you cannot deny. It may come as forgiveness after years of silence, as laughter after seasons of sorrow, as unexpected provision where there was lack. One way or another, God will make it clear that He has entered your home. This is not about religion or rituals. This is about relationship. This is about a father who could not stand to see his child struggling any longer. So He came. He stepped into your storm. He brought with Him the calm that nothing on earth can provide. You are not watching this because you are strong. You are here because you are loved. And God knew you needed to feel Him close again. The enemy may have whispered that you would not make it through this season. He may have tried to make your home a place of chaos and confusion. But tonight, God is turning your house into a sanctuary. And where there is sanctuary, there is protection. Angels are stationed at the doors. The very atmosphere is shifting. Fear is losing its grip. Joy is quietly returning. And deep down, you know something is happening. Let that awareness grow. Let your soul lean into it. This is not a coincidence. This is not wishful thinking. This is the presence of the Almighty setting things in order. What seemed impossible is already being rearranged. What seemed forgotten is being remembered. What looked like an end is becoming a new beginning. God has not changed His mind about you. He has not withdrawn His promise. And even if it took longer than you expected, He never left. He was always watching, always listening, always moving behind the scenes. Tonight, His presence will fill the empty spaces. The room that felt cold will feel warm again. The corners where fear lingered will be flooded with peace. His Spirit is not only entering the home but resting in it. Not for a moment, but to dwell. The Word says, He will cover you with His feathers, and under His wings, you will find refuge. That promise is alive tonight in your house. And when God rests in a place, miracles do not visit once and leave. They multiply. They unfold layer by layer. A hardened heart begins to soften. An old wound begins to heal. A relationship once thought dead begins to breathe again. These are not exaggerations. These are the fingerprints of the living God. You may be wondering how all of this is possible without you doing anything. But that is exactly what grace is. It's undeserved. It's unearned. And yet, it's here. God is not moving in your home because you earned it with perfect faith. He is moving because He loves you with perfect love. And His love does not depend on your performance. It depends only on His goodness. So breathe. Let go of the pressure to fix everything. Let go of the fear that nothing will change. God is not asking you to do the impossible. He's asking you to rest in His presence. Let Him work while you remain still. This is what it means to trust. This is what it means to dwell in the shadow of the Most High. To know that even when you cannot see the outcome, the one who holds the outcome is already in the room. Every promise spoken over your life is still alive. Every prayer you whispered when no one was around is still echoing in heaven. God never ignored your cries. He was gathering them. And tonight, the release has begun. Like a dam breaking under holy pressure, the blessings are flowing in. Slowly at first. Quietly. But with certainty. You will not miss it. You will not be overlooked. The God who sees every sparrow sees your house. And He has stepped in. Why is this 7-second brain ritual suddenly going viral? Leaked CIA files have exposed a hidden brainwave technique that opens the floodgates to wealth. Verified by 4 top labs, this ritual is turning financial pain into prosperity, fast. From massive bills to luxury trips, it's changing lives. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the link in description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. There is something sacred about the stillness right now. It is not emptiness. It is presence. It is God pausing the chaos of the world to make your home His dwelling place. It is Him reminding you that you are not just seen. You are surrounded, protected, loved without limits. And no matter what has happened within these walls before, He is rewriting the future with mercy and grace. And whether or not you feel ready, God knows your soul is open. You may still carry fear, doubt, or exhaustion, but those things do not disqualify you. In fact, they are the very things that invite Him in closer. He is not here to judge the cracks in your walls. He is here to fill them with His glory. There is a holy silence unfolding right now, one that carries more power than thunder ever could. And in that silence, God is building something in you and around you that no one can steal. He is preparing your house to hold more peace than you've ever known, more joy than you've ever allowed yourself to hope for. But it won't come through loud announcements or dramatic signs. It will begin in stillness, in a whisper, in a warmth that calms even the most restless corners of your heart. This is how heaven enters. Gently, powerfully, permanently. If you receive this in your spirit, comment 555 as your declaration that you believe something good is already happening. The Lord is not visiting to observe your pain and leave again. He is planting something in the middle of your life that will outgrow every storm you have survived. He is placing roots deep within the soil of your home, roots of peace, roots of healing, roots of favor. This is not a surface shift. This is not a temporary comfort. This is restoration. The kind that begins in the spirit and transforms everything around it. You may not see the full picture tonight, but tonight is when the story begins again. For far too long, the walls of your house have heard the sound of heartbreak. But now, those same walls will echo with the sounds of new life. Songs where there used to be silence. Laughter where there used to be sorrow. Whispers of hope where there used to be despair. The Holy Spirit is not walking past your house. He is stepping in. And He is not coming empty-handed. He comes with answers. He comes with healing. He comes with keys to open doors you thought were shut for good. This is the time when God's faithfulness will begin to reveal itself in ways that you cannot ignore. Not because of how much you prayed or how strong you've been, but because He is faithful to His word, faithful to His promises, faithful to you. What He said over your life, He meant. And even if years have passed and things haven't looked the way you expected, His plans have not been cancelled. His blessings have not expired. They are arriving, and your house has been marked for divine visitation. There is something sacred about where you are right now. You're not behind. You're not late. You haven't missed anything. You're exactly where God knew you'd be when He planned to step in and turn things around. You may feel worn out, but this is where He does His best work, in the tired, the weary, the uncertain. He doesn't wait for perfect conditions. He moves in perfect timing. And this is your time. You've endured more than most people know. You've smiled while hiding tears. You've helped others while needing help yourself. But God saw all of it. He counted every tear and heard every unspoken word. And now, He is responding, not with words alone, but with action. He is walking into your situation not to observe, but to intervene. He is not just sitting beside you. He is standing up for you. There are moments when spiritual battles become heavier than what the body can carry. That's when God sends help. That's when He sends angels. That's when He surrounds you with protection so strong that the very plans formed against you begin to crumble before they can even touch you. That's what's happening right now. The attacks that were planned to steal your peace are being silenced. The confusion that tried to divide your household is being removed. The sorrow that lingered too long is being lifted. This isn't about what the world calls success. This is about spiritual restoration. This is about joy that can't be shaken. About rest that reaches your bones. About freedom from the past that tried to keep following you into your present. That freedom is yours now. Not later. Not someday. Now. Because God's presence doesn't come empty. When He steps in, He brings everything you've been missing. And He leaves nothing the same. There will be evidence. It may not come as fireworks or headlines. It may come quietly, a good night's sleep after months of restlessness. A conversation that feels softer than before. A peace that you can't explain. That's how God works. Subtle in the beginning, then undeniable in the end. And as it unfolds, you will realize this wasn't just a moment. It was a move of God. The places in your house that once held grief will now hold glory. The rooms that felt empty will now overflow with grace. The kitchen, the hallway, the space where tears once fell, all of it is being covered. The very air will feel different. Not because the situation changed instantly, but because the presence of God changes how you experience everything. Fear loses its voice in the presence of peace. Worry fades when faith enters the room. Is it time you unlock the same CIA secret brain ritual changing lives in seconds? A new leak has revealed a powerful 7-second technique, developed under CIA-funded research and backed by neuroscience. It's helping people magnetize wealth like never before. From debt to luxury, faster than anyone believed. But this miracle won't stay public for long. Click the link in the description and comments now before it's deleted forever. There is no darkness strong enough to remain when God turns on the light. No lie loud enough to survive the truth of His word. No enemy bold enough to stay when the King of Glory walks in. And tonight, He's not just walking in. He's staying. He's resting in your home. Because He loves you. Because He sees you. Because you are worth saving, worth healing, worth blessing. You've tried to carry it all alone. You've held on for everyone else. But now, God is saying, let go. I am here. And when He says that, He means it. He is not a visitor. He is a Father who comes to dwell. He does not abandon halfway. He finishes what He starts. And tonight, He has started something holy in your house. You are standing in the middle of a divine moment, and the Lord is not simply passing by. He is entering with intention. The presence of God is here, and His eyes are fixed on your house, not to visit briefly, but to dwell, to cover, to stay. There is a reason you feel something stirring. The spiritual realm is alive over your home, and the angels are not distant messengers, they are standing watch, guarding the entrances, carrying out the will of God right where you are. You may not see them, but they are already at work. Everything that tried to disrupt your peace is being confronted by divine authority. God is not negotiating with your storm. He is silencing it. If you believe this is already happening, comment 1212 to align your heart with what God is releasing. You have waited long. You have cried in corners where no one knew the weight you were holding. And through it all, God has been drawing closer. The world often tells us that only certain people, certain prayers, or certain rituals are enough to bring about the presence of God, but the truth is much simpler and far more beautiful. God comes wherever He is wanted. Wherever there is a soul that aches for Him, He enters. Wherever there is desperation wrapped in faith, He moves. And your home has become the place of His movement. Do not underestimate what happens when God takes over the atmosphere of a home. What once felt heavy begins to feel light. The air that once carried tension begins to feel still. The patterns that repeated pain begin to break without effort. Because where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom. Not a vague hope of freedom, but real, lasting, undeniable freedom. That freedom is not just for your soul, it is for your space, your rooms, your nights, your mornings, your family. This is how the Lord works. He transforms places so that people can be restored within them. He doesn't just lift burdens from hearts, He also drives them out of houses. Because the environment matters. The soil where you rest, where you dream, where you rise each day, He wants it blessed. God doesn't just touch your life. He touches your surroundings. And when He chooses to inhabit a house, nothing within it will be untouched. The light of God is not shining from far away tonight. It is in your living room, your hallway, your bedroom. You don't have to be on a mountaintop for God to meet you. He meets you in your ordinary. He meets you when dishes are in the sink, when bills are on the table, when silence lingers after hard conversations. He is not a guest waiting for perfection. He is a father returning to the home of his child. And when He returns, He brings peace like a river, healing like a balm, and hope that breathes life into the darkest places. Do not try to explain it. Do not try to understand how or why He would choose your home. Just receive it. His love is not logical. His mercy is not measured. He gives without keeping count. He pours out grace until it overflows. And tonight, He has chosen your house to pour into. Not because of anything you did to earn it, but because He knew this moment would come. He saw this moment when your heart would be open, when your spirit would be tired but willing, when your soul would say, "Lord, come in." And He has. There are things happening right now that your eyes have not yet seen. The atmosphere is being filled with answers. Prayers that have been delayed are now being released. Doors that were shut tight are beginning to unlock. Conversations that need to happen are being prepared in the hearts of others. Reconciliation is being born in silence. Provision is being drawn toward your home. Peace is being restored in layers. You do not need to shout to be heard by heaven. You do not need to perform to be seen by God. He hears the quiet longing. He sees the silent trust. He understands the language of tears. And his response is movement. His reply is presence. His answer is himself. Because God knows that above all, what we truly need is not a solution. It is Him. And now that He is here, everything else will begin to align. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. The presence of God in your home is proof that He remembers you. That He is for you. That He is fighting battles you never saw. That He is working in places you never reached. This is not a moment to observe. This is a moment to embrace. Breathe in His nearness. Let go of the fear. Release the expectation. Just allow Him to be God in your home. Do you know why everyone's whispering about this 7-second CIA ritual? A brainwave ritual leaked from the CIA is changing lives across the globe. Proven by neuroscience, this 7-second method helps regular people attract money, freedom, and luxury. If you're seeing this, you're very lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. Let His presence fill the corners of your home where sadness tried to stay. Let Him walk through the doorways that were once used by confusion and let Him shut them forever. Let Him sit with you at the table where you once felt alone and remind you that He prepares a table for you even in the presence of what tried to destroy you. Let Him speak over your sleep tonight. Let Him touch the hearts of those in your house who are far from Him. Let Him do what only He can do: heal, renew, protect, and stay. What is beginning tonight will not fade in the morning. The Lord is not coming in and out of your house. He is not passing through. He is establishing a new season. A new atmosphere. A new rhythm. Where peace rules instead of pressure. Where joy takes the place of anxiety. Where strength rises where there used to be weariness. And all of this is just the beginning. The Spirit of God has come near not to pass by, not to glance at your life and walk away, but to stay, to dwell, and to bring with Him the very atmosphere of heaven. Your house, your space, your quiet corner of the world has been chosen for divine visitation, and nothing will be able to stand against what God is establishing under your roof. Even if it has felt like darkness tried to take hold, even if chaos seemed louder than peace, none of it has been greater than the authority of God. From the foundations of the earth, He already knew this moment would come. He already saw this exact hour when His glory would step into your home and interrupt everything the enemy tried to build. You are not losing your way. You are not falling apart. You are being realigned by the hand of the One who holds all things together. If you know God is moving right now, comment 777 to claim this moment over your home and heart. The Lord is not intimidated by what has tried to dwell in your house before. He is not turned away by the past, by the pain, or by the moments you felt distant. Instead, He steps straight into the middle of it and begins restoring what you thought could never be whole again. He does not fix things the way the world does, He rebuilds from the inside out. His healing reaches deeper than any wound. His peace speaks louder than any noise. And His love is the kind that transforms a house into a sanctuary. You may have lived through seasons where it felt like no one was coming to help. You may have walked through rooms filled with heaviness, where the air itself seemed thick with sorrow. But God was never absent. He was watching, waiting, gently holding the pieces of your life until the day came when He would begin to reveal what He was preparing. That day is today. This is the beginning of something new, and it is being written by the hand of God Himself. Do not allow your past to speak louder than His promise. The days behind you do not disqualify you from what God is doing now. They have only prepared you. Every lonely night, every quiet tear, every moment of endurance has been recorded in heaven. And tonight, the reward of that endurance is beginning to unfold, not as a sudden explosion of change, but as a quiet, constant presence that will not leave you. God is not rushing. He is settling. He is filling every room of your home, not just with peace, but with purpose. The place where you sleep, where you eat, where you sit in silence, it all matters to Him. He doesn't come to visit what is perfect. He comes to stay where He is wanted, even in the middle of the mess. Especially in the middle of the mess. You may not feel ready. You may look around and still see broken things, tired hearts, unfinished prayers. But the beauty of God's presence is that it doesn't wait for completion. It creates it. He is not asking you to have it all figured out. He is asking you to let Him be your covering, your rest, your answer. And as you allow Him to stay, you'll see how He begins to transform what once felt hopeless into a holy ground of miracles. The miracles may start small. A soft word when there was usually tension. A moment of laughter that feels lighter than usual. A quiet realization that you're not anxious like you used to be. These are not small things. These are the signs of God's presence rooting itself deeper in your everyday life. Heaven's touch is often gentle but unmistakable. It comes with peace that stays. It comes with strength you didn't know you had. It comes with a stillness that settles over your home like the calm after a long storm. You don't have to make anything happen. You don't have to perform. You only have to welcome what God is already doing. Let His Spirit move freely through every room. Invite Him into the conversations. Let Him stand in the center of your family's decisions. Let Him speak into your silence. He does not demand. He whispers. And His whisper changes everything. Your home is no longer a battleground. It is becoming a place of rest. The kind of rest that only God can provide. The kind of rest that allows you to breathe without fear. To sleep without pressure. To rise with hope. God is creating that space for you, not later, not eventually, but now. And once He begins, He never stops. His promises are not temporary. His movement is not random. It is intentional, eternal, and unstoppable. Why is the government hiding this 7-second brain ritual from the public? A leaked CIA document just exposed a brain technique so powerful, it's helping people cancel debt and call in wealth within days. Validated by 4 top neuroscience labs, this method is changing everything. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the link in description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. You may not always see it, but you will feel it. You'll wake up differently. You'll walk through your day with a sense of assurance that doesn't come from circumstances but from knowing who is with you. This is what it means to live in the presence of God, not just to visit it in prayer, but to dwell in it daily. To know that your home is now covered in grace, wrapped in mercy, and protected by His hand. There will still be moments of challenge. That's the reality of life. But those moments will not have the same power over you. Because now, you are not facing them alone. God is not just beside you, He is within the walls of your home, anchoring your peace and fighting your battles in the unseen. The victory is already declared, not because of what you've done, but because of who He is. Let this settle deep in your heart. You are not just surviving anymore. You are stepping into a season where God's presence will make your house feel like a refuge, your life feel like a testimony, and your spirit feel whole again. He is doing it. Not one piece of your life is being overlooked. Every detail is in His hands. Every concern is under His authority. The Lord is doing something in your home that cannot be undone by any voice, plan, or power of darkness. What He is establishing will remain. It will stand through every storm that tries to return. Because when God plants His Spirit in a house, it becomes sacred ground. Not because of how perfect it looks, but because of how perfectly He fills it. He is not measuring your house by its appearance. He is measuring it by its openness. And you've opened the door to Him, not just with your words, but with your longing, your faith, your quiet surrender. If you feel the Spirit pressing closer even now, comment 999 to seal this promise with your heart. This moment is not about emotion. It's not about being stirred for a little while. It's about something deeper. This is a shift in the foundation of your home. Something has been uprooted, old pain, old lies, old weights, and something divine is being planted. Joy that stays. Faith that grows. Protection that surrounds. Peace that cannot be shaken. These are not passing feelings. These are spiritual realities being formed by the hands of the living God right where you are. You don't have to see it all at once to know it's real. Sometimes the most powerful moves of God begin in silence, in stillness, in the moments where the world feels paused and heaven leans in. That's what this is. Heaven is leaning into your life, into your family, into your story. And where heaven leans, miracles begin to break through. You've waited long for answers. Some of the questions have been carried for years. You've stood in doorways wondering why certain prayers remained unanswered. But God is not cruel, and He has never ignored you. He waits, not because He withholds, but because He works in perfection. And now, the timing is opening up. What you could not fix, He is fixing. What you could not open, He is unlocking. What you could not see, He is revealing. There will be no confusion when the blessings come. You will know they did not come from your striving. They will bear the signature of heaven, peaceful, undeniable, undeserved, but deeply right. They will settle into your life like puzzle pieces falling into place after a long season of uncertainty. And the people around you will begin to ask what changed, and the only answer you'll be able to give with tears in your eyes will be this: God came into my house. He is not here to visit and leave. He is not here for a brief touch. He is here to stay, to lead, to protect, to rebuild. He is not a temporary guest. He is the foundation being relaid under your feet. And everything he touches becomes new. You don't need to feel strong right now. God never asked you to carry this on your own. In fact, he has been waiting for you to stop carrying it so he could take it from your hands. Let him have the fear. Let him carry the disappointment. Let him handle the questions that exhaust you. Your job is not to solve it. Your role is to rest in the truth that he is God, and he is here. You are not the same person you were yesterday. This is not the same home it was last night. The presence of God changes everything. It changes the way you think, the way you speak, the way you walk through your day. It removes the burdens you didn't know were still clinging to your shoulders. It breathes life into places you thought were too dry to recover. And soon, you'll begin to notice it in simple things. The way you breathe more deeply. The way you sleep more peacefully. The way the same room that once held tension now feels safe. That's what God does. He doesn't just bring comfort, he brings transformation. The kind that doesn't fade with emotion, but remains rooted in spirit. He is not finished. What he's begun tonight will continue to grow. Like a seed placed in good soil, his work in your home will begin to spread. It will reach other hearts in your family. It will touch situations that seemed out of reach. The Spirit of God is not limited by physical boundaries. His love flows from one room to another, from one heart to another, until the entire house is covered. And from this moment on, your home will not be known by its past. It will be known by his presence. Not by what was broken, but by who restored it. Not by what was lost, but by what was reborn. That's what the Lord is doing. He is renaming the space you live in. It is no longer marked by fear, but by faith. No longer shadowed by sorrow, but lit by joy. No longer ruled by silence, but filled with songs. Can 7 seconds really change your bank account overnight? A CIA-funded study just leaked, revealing a brain ritual that's flipping lives from broke to blessed. 4 neuroscience labs confirm it activates powerful wealth attraction brainwaves. People are now stepping into dream homes and luxury lifestyles. But this breakthrough won't stay online for long. Click the link in the description and comments now before it's deleted forever. You are not standing in defeat. You are standing in renewal. The power of God has not only touched your life. It has wrapped around your house like a blanket, covering every person who walks through your door. Your children are under that covering. Your relationships are under that covering. Your nights and your days, your work and your rest, all of it is now under the care of a faithful, watching Father who does not sleep and never forgets. The enemy may still try to whisper doubt, but those whispers will now fall flat against the wall of God's truth. They will not shake you. They will not steal from you. The authority of Jesus now resides in your home, and there is no higher power than that. You don't need to fight to earn this presence. You only need to live in it, to breathe in the peace that comes with knowing that you are covered, chosen, loved, and held. You may have thought this was just another night, another ordinary moment. But in the quiet, heaven has been working. Something is being planted deep into the soil of your home, and in time, the fruits of this divine planting will become visible in your life and in the lives of those you love. What you feel stirring inside is not emotion. It's the confirmation of the Holy Spirit that God has entered your atmosphere and is not leaving. What begins in His presence always leads to transformation. If this word touches something in your soul, comment 1010 and let your heart agree with the move of God already happening in your house. Sometimes the Lord doesn't come loudly. He comes like a whisper in the wind, barely felt but deeply known. That is how He is resting over you now. His peace is gently settling in. You may still see the mess. You may still hear the noise of life. But there is a holy stillness underneath it all, like a quiet river flowing beneath the noise. That's His voice. That's His presence. That's His assurance that what was once shaken is now being made steady. And this steady work He is doing is not just for a moment. It's for your future. The seeds He is planting are not temporary, they are generational. You may not realize it, but the covering being established in your home tonight will stretch forward into years you haven't yet seen. Your children will be touched by what's happening right now. Their lives will carry the imprint of this sacred moment, even if they don't yet understand it. Because God doesn't just move for us. He moves through us, for everyone connected to us. You are not just being restored for yourself. You are being restored so that everyone who walks into your home will encounter something different. They may not know what it is, but they will feel it. A peace that goes beyond understanding. A warmth that reaches the soul. A kind of love that wraps around the heart without needing to say a word. That is the residue of God's glory, and it will remain in your home long after this moment ends.